how long into a relationship should you introduce your partner to your parents or to your family? So the first answer says there, after a week is fine, no need to wait too long. Some people say 3 months at least. I need to be in a relationship 3 months so then I can introduce to my family. So I'm more certain about it. So then I can introduce them to my parents, my family. Some other people would say 6 months to know the person very well. So then it's a little bit longer. Other people say only after a year, no exceptions at all. No exceptions. It must be 1 year. Otherwise, I will be known as a person who is being in many relationships. I don't know. It might be a fear or an insecurity or something that a person wants to be sure that the person is to get married. And some people would say only after you are engaged. So family won't get in the way.
I think between 3 and 6 months. A year is just far too long. I think a year would show a lack of respect for your parents, not allowing them to know, who you're actually talking to. But I believe, yes, between 3 to 6 months would be a good gauge.
All right. But you said in case is someone you just met. 1 week is someone you just met. How about is not someone you just met? How about is someone in your branch or someone who is a friend of yours that end up being so good friend, a man of God who you know him very well. And then it happened that he calls you, look, you're my friend. I know you very well. You know me very well. And I see that we have some things that is similar, we like similar things. We could be a good couple together. And I would like to date you. And then as you know the person already, and then you start dating, and it's still a week is too soon.
I think you have to test the spirit. You have to be wise. As a mother, I mean, I'm not a mother, but I think from a mother's perspective, a mother would say to their daughter or their son, just wait a while, test the spirit, wait and see see whether this person is really who they say they are.
I think for me, if I've been speaking to someone for a few months and then we're dating and that dating period is 3 months, let's just say we've been speaking for 3 months and then technically 6 months. So by then, I would want to get to know the family anyway. I'd probably get to hear about them or speak to them on the phone anyway. So I think 3 months is a good time because prior to that, I'll be speaking to that person.
So 3 months should be a good, at least 3 months. Minimum of 3 months. So if you, like I said, a week or a few weeks, you're talking to the person, let's say not a week then, a few weeks. Not just a week, but before 3 months. No, it must 2 months and 15 days. No, I can't. I need to be 3 months. That's a rule, or there could be an exception.
I wouldn't say it's a rule, but within 3 months, in the pretending stage, there's only so long you could pretend. Like I remember someone said characters like pregnancy. So there would be a time that there'll be little slips here and there, like the way the person speaks. Like for example, with me, I want to see how the person reacts when I'm annoying, or if I talk too much or something. I want to see these little things, and it's time, like she was saying, to test the person. So I think within those 3 months, and even prior to that period, let's say we've been speaking 2 months, and then there's another 3 months. That's a good amount of time together. Especially coming to the love therapy, you learn about discerning things, using your head and stuff like that. I would test that person. It's very important. It may be like, for example, I think they were speaking about taking them to different places. I think there was one of the shows, and the couple's like, if you take that person on a date somewhere else, whereas different scenarios, like maybe if it's too busy, because obviously men, if another man bumps into him, how is he going to behave? Is he going to be rude? Is he going to shout? Just creating situations where I'd see the character, I think that would be enough, because I think all the things that we learn in the love therapy, if I use that within that time period, I'll be able to tell little things anyway. They can try and hide it, but the tools that I'm learning will be able to basically be like a magnifying glass to find these things. So I'll use what I've learned to not just be like, oh, I like him, you know, let me just, if there's a big red flag, I'll be able to see these things. I don't think I'll have to wait that 6 months because I'll be so invested. And then, yeah, I think within that time period, I would be able to see.
For me, I definitely would agree that a week to letting your... I'm very close with my mum. I'm really close with my parents. So I think it's very important as a level of respect towards them, as Miss Audrey already mentioned, is to let them in on what's actually going on in your life. Because, like, you know, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But at the same time, in the time of getting to know one another and dating, you're more than likely going to know where this person's at. You're going to see the red flags. You're going to see from the very beginning. So I don't think that you should have to technically wait. And like I said, it's all depending on the level of maturity, spiritually, mentally, physically, financially, because that all comes into a relationship. So for me, yeah, I think 1 week into, because more than likely, I'll probably let my mum know I'm talking to someone anyway, getting to know somebody. That's just from my point of view. But if it's a relationship, that means that the person has already gone to probably your pastor, from the way that I know it to go as. So you get to ask your pastor, you want to talk to that person. Maybe even people in the branch already know. So if people in your branch already know, how is it that your parents can't know? So I think that you could meet my family. I'll just tell him be on best behaviour. But no, meet my family. We go there, meet your family. And I think as well, it shows so much character for your relationship as well, because if you care about a person and the person cares about you, it's a journey, it's a process, it's an adventure. They would want to meet your family. You would want to meet their family. You know, you hear people all the time sometimes saying, oh, you know, if the person's sibling was in the church, my sibling really liked this person, or they was encouraging this person to date my brother or sister. So why not meet the mother and the father?